Hi everyone. We are now working on solving equations. It is lesson 1-3, and there are two properties, addition and subtraction properties of equality. Addition and then multiplication and division properties of equality. Now, for addition and subtraction of properties of equality, for any real numbers a, b, and c, if a equals b, then, I'll write it down here, this then goes with this next equation here. A plus c is equal to b plus c. See, I can add c to both sides of the equation, and I have a plus c equals b plus c, and that's one of the properties we use a lot in solving equations. And multiplication and division properties, well, also we can subtract. I forgot to put that in there. A minus c equals b minus c. And then multiplication and division properties of equality. If a equals b, then I'll just write it like this. A times c equals b times c, and a divided by c equals b divided by c. We can multiply both sides of the equation, right here, by the same number, or we can divide both sides of the equation by the same number. Same here. We can add the same number to both sides of the equation, or we can subtract the same number from both sides of the equation. And that's what we use right here. I'm going to use the addition property here. And when I use it, I think I'll just show it like this. I'm going to add 14.29 to this side of the equation. And as long, and I'll kind of draw a line to separate our sides of the equation, as I add 14.29 to this side of the equation, then we're going to still have that balance that both sides are equal. And then these two kind of cancel each other out. Negative 14.29 and positive 14.29 are additive inverses. Remember that from the last lesson. And 25 and 14 make 39.29. Oops, that's 25.00. So if you just add straight down, that's 39.29 is the value for x. Now on this one, this equation, I got 2/3 y equals negative 18, and I just rewrote it to show the property. I want to multiply by 3/2 so that I get the multiplicative inverse, and that's 1, and 1 times y is y, and that's another property we're using there. And multiply by 3/2 there. Those 3's cancel, those 2's cancel, and I got y. And then 3 times negative 18 divided by 2, or 3/2 times negative 18, I think you're going to find is negative 27 if you calculate that out. Alright. Next equation. Negative 10x plus 3 times 4x minus 2 is equal to 6. We've got to do some properties first. Let's get rid of those parentheses. So I got negative 10x, and 3 times 4x, that is 12x, and 3 times negative 12x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, and that equals 6. So I'm just going to keep simplifying, and I'm just trying to isolate x, get x by itself. If I add those two together, negative 10x and positive 12x, I'm going to get 2x. Negative 10 plus 12 is 2, and then minus 6 is equal to 6. Now the addition property of equality says I need to add 6 to both sides, and I got 2x is equal to 6. Divide through by 2, and I got x equals 3. If I were to just check that real quick, I got negative 10 times 3 plus 3 times 4 times 3 minus 2, and I'm wondering if that is 6. Falling out of focus there, huh? So negative 30, that's negative 10 times 3, plus 3 3 times, and then 4 times 3 is 12. And 12 minus 2 is 10. 12 minus 2 is 10. Alright. Now, let's just make sure I've done everything right here. X is 3. 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 2 is 10. Oh. Okay. Now, here's a lesson for y'all. I'm looking at this. This is negative 30 plus 30 is 0. I've made a mistake somewhere. X is not 3. And when I look at my mistake, and you might have caught it before I did, I look at 6 plus 6 is not 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now, maybe that's a little better. Let me put 6 here and 6 here. And let's just see what happens when I do that. So this is negative 60. 4 times 6 is 24, minus 2 is 22. And then I'm looking at negative 60 plus 66, and that is 6. Okay, so that's why we check our work. I had no idea that I had messed that up. But when I went through and just, for the heck of it, let's just check it, I found that was the case. Alright, let's do this last problem. Let's distribute. We'll distribute again. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 1 is negative 2. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x. That 2 only goes with these two. The negative 4 goes with these two. Negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. And that is 2. I'm going to switch these two guys around. So I have 4x minus 12x. That's the commutative property at work. I got the minus 2. I just switched those two terms around. And then minus 4 equals 2. And add those two terms together. 4x and negative 12x is negative 8x. Negative 2 minus 4, that's negative 6. And that equals 2. So let's add 6 and add 6. I've got negative 8x equals 8. And I'll divide by negative 8 and get x is negative 1. I better check after that last problem. So I got 2 times negative 1 minus 1 minus 4 times 3 times negative 1 plus 1. And I'm curious, I write a question mark over the equals here. Does that equal 2? Alright, let's do parentheses. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3, right here. This part's negative 2, and I subtract 1 from that, it's negative 3. Negative 4, now that's negative 3, right here, negative 3 plus 1, that's negative 2. I'm still wondering if that equals 2. That's negative 6. And negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8, and that does equal 2. That does check out, so I'm going to go with it there. Alright, take care, you guys.